Hello there. I'm glad you're here. Somewhere in the quiet of night, another galaxy turns slowly like a thought finding its shape. Maybe tonight you'll fall asleep wondering how the universe learned to build itself a web of light and silence stretching beyond sight. You don't need to think or try. Just let the universe breathe for you. Its rhythm has waited billions of years. It can wait for you too. Feel the still air around you safe, slow, softly alive. Your breath drifts outward, and the universe exhales through you. Tonight we drift through 100 soothing truths about the structure of the universe, how filaments of matter thread the galaxies, how space itself folds and stretches like a patient tide. And somewhere between wake and sleep, the story begins. Across the dark, invisible strands of gravity, light remembers where to go. The cosmos has an architecture not built by hands, but by balance. Clusters gather, then drift apart. Voids bloom between them like quiet lakes of time. Every particle follows a simple rule, yet together they form something vast and intricate, a symmetry too slow for the waking mind to notice. And as you breathe, the same law that holds galaxies together keeps your heartbeat steady. You are part of this structure, not separate from it. It's okay to drift. You are safe here. The story of the universe is written in invisible lines. Gravity, like an ancient artist, began to draw before there were stars, before there was light. It traced faint patterns into the expanding fog of creation, whispering where matter should gather, where silence should remain. You can rest now. 13.8 billion years ago, everything began as a nearly perfect stillness, a sea of particles spread almost evenly in every direction. Almost, because in that near perfection were tiny ripples, 1 part in 100,000. Those tiny imperfections became destiny. They were the first seeds of structure, the quiet fingerprints of what would become galaxies, filaments, and the vast voids between. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. As the early universe cooled, hydrogen and helium began to form the simplest elements, soft foundations of cosmic architecture. They drifted, following the subtle pull of gravity toward denser regions of space. Over millions of years, clouds thickened like condensation on the window of time, and where density grew, gravity grew stronger, folding space inward, guiding the first great gatherings of matter. Somewhere, light continues to travel. The first structures were invisible dark matter sculpting space from behind the curtain of light. It does not shine, but its presence can be felt in every motion of the stars. It is the silent framework of reality, the scaffolding upon which galaxies are built. Imagine a web stretched across billions of light years, strands of unseen matter connecting clusters of galaxies like pearls on an endless thread. This is the cosmic web, and like the veins beneath your skin, it carries the lifeblood of the universe. You can rest now. Between those filaments lie the cosmic voids, great regions of almost nothing. Space is so empty that a single atom may drift for light years without meeting another. Yet even in emptiness, there is form. Voids balance the weight of matter, giving shape to the whole. Without emptiness, the fullness would have no place to gather. And as you breathe, imagine floating in one of those quiet expanses. No sound, no edge, just the faint hum of background radiation, 2.7 Kelvin, above absolute zero, the soft echo of the Big Bang itself. It's okay to drift. Each filament is colossal, spanning hundreds of millions of light years, twisting gently through space like smoke in slow motion. Within those strands, galaxies gather in clusters, drawn together by gravity's patient hand. A cluster, like Virgo, 65 million light-years away, holds more than 2,000 galaxies each, a storm of stars circling a dark center. They move at hundreds of kilometers per second, yet to us they appear frozen in the deep stillness of time. Light that left those galaxies before the first humans walked now falls softly upon your eyes. You are seeing the past billions of years of light arriving as a whisper. The cosmos reveals itself slowly, always in the language of patience. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. It is strange, perhaps, that the universe looks so much like a living thing. The filaments resemble neural networks, synapses of gravity and light. Some scientists even call it the cosmic brain. When we map it, the pattern mirrors that of the human mind, clusters connected by threads, energy passing through invisible bridges. Maybe consciousness itself is a small echo of the universe, learning to observe its own structure. It's okay to drift. Gravity is a quiet sculptor. Unlike fire or storm, it does not burn or rage. It gathers, folds, and waits. In 1 billion years, the first galaxies appeared drawn to one another in spiraling dances. They merged, collided, and grew stars, kindling like campfires across the vast dark plain. Every galaxy we see is a memory of this long dance, each one tracing its lineage back to those early delicate filaments. And as you breathe, imagine the scale of it. A single filament can hold 10,000 galaxy clusters. Each cluster can contain trillions of stars, and each star, perhaps a world like ours, or nothing at all. The structure of the universe is both infinite in its reach and intimate in its rhythm. It beats like a slow heart across cosmic time. You can rest now. When astronomers chart these structures using telescopes and simulations, they find a balance between order and randomness, a pattern known as scale invariance. Whether you zoom in or out, the texture remains familiar. Clusters, filaments, voids. It's as though the universe painted itself in fractals, echoing the same harmony at every level. From an atom to a galaxy, from a neuron to a supercluster, the rhythm repeats. In the smallest grain of matter lies the shape of the largest whole. Somewhere deep in a supercomputer, scientists recreate the birth of structure. They call it the Millennium Simulation, a digital cosmos unfolding across billions of virtual years. Within it, invisible particles gather and stretch into filaments, forming patterns almost indistinguishable from what we see through telescopes. The simulation confirms what nature has whispered all along: gravity and time are the architects of everything. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. But even the grandest architecture needs contrast. The voids, those serene lakes of nothingness, make up over 80% of the universe's volume. They are the spaces between notes, the silence that makes the cosmic music possible. Inside them, galaxies drift slowly apart, carried by the universe's expansion, a quiet stretching of everything away from everything else. You can rest now. The cosmic expansion continues, still faster now than ever before. Dark energy, an unseen force, pushes the galaxies apart, at an accelerating pace, about 73 kilometers per second per megaparsec. Each second, every million parsecs of space grows 73 kilometers wider. It is the slow breathing of creation on a scale too vast for human hearts to measure. And as you breathe, remember that you too are expanding. Your thoughts drift outward, gentle as light leaving a distant Sunday. Your pulse matches the rhythm of galaxies, receding each beat, a quiet echo of the same physics. It's okay to drift. The Milky Way, your home, lies along one of these cosmic filaments, a slender river of galaxies called the Laniakea supercluster. It spans over 520 million light-years, binding 100,000 galaxies in a shared gravitational flow. The name means immeasurable heaven. Within it, the Milky Way drifts like a leaf in a current drawn slowly toward the Great Attractor, a region so dense that even galaxies bow to its pull. Somewhere light continues to travel. It is easy to imagine this web of galaxies as static, a frozen lattice of stars. But everything within it moves. Filaments twist, clusters collide. The structure breathes, reshapes, rebalances. Over billions of years, filaments may merge, voids may swell, and new patterns emerge slow as thought. The universe is not a sculpture. It is a symphony unfolding in time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And yet, beneath the vastness, there is calm. For all its motion, the cosmic web holds steady balance, expansion against attraction, silence against sound. It is a system always in motion, but never in chaos. Just as the tides of your lungs rise and fall without effort, so does the universe expand and gather endlessly. You are safe here. Close your inner eyes and imagine drifting along a filament, a river of galaxies glowing faintly in the deep night. Stars sparkle like embers, floating down a slow current. Each light is a home, a history, a horizon. Between the filaments, the darkness opens like a sea deep and endless yet kind. You can rest now. And as you float, you might sense the quiet hum of the cosmic microwave background, the oldest light still moving through the universe. It has traveled for nearly 14 billion years, cooled to a faint whisper. It wraps you in warmth. From the first moments of time, a cosmic lullaby woven into the fabric of space itself. In every photon, a memory of the beginning still shines. Somewhere in those soft frequencies, scientists have mapped the story of structure. Tiny variations in temperature, just a few millionths of a degree, reveal where the filaments would one day grow. Those fluctuations were the blueprint of everything written not in ink but in the subtle breath of the newborn cosmos. It's okay to drift. The universe builds from simplicity, hydrogen, helium, and gravity. Only those three ingredients, and yet they become stars, galaxies, webs, and minds. No hand designed this symmetry, and yet it holds. A harmony without composer. A balance without boundary. And as you breathe, remember the same forces that shape the cosmic web still move through you. Your atoms were born from stars gathered along these filaments. Your breath carries their memory, your heartbeat their rhythm. You are not in the universe. You are the universe becoming aware of itself. You are safe here. Somewhere beyond every telescope, beyond every map, the web continues. Filaments weaving new connections, gravity writing new lines across the dark. The pattern has no edge, only continuation. Even the emptiness is full of direction. Light still travels, carrying stories of what was, what is, and what will be. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And as your thoughts slow, the pattern softens. The galaxies fade to a gentle glow. The filaments dissolve into stillness. You begin to feel the rhythm of cosmic balance settle within your chest, expansion, rest, return. The same breath that holds the stars now holds you. You can rest now. The structure of the universe continues vast and serene, shaping and reshaping itself through time. And you small and infinite drift along its quiet threads. The night holds you, the galaxies hum softly beyond dream, and gravity keeps its silent promise to gather, to hold, to never let go. Somewhere light continues to travel. You are safe here. Somewhere in the silence between galaxies, gravity continues its patient work. Each motion, each orbit, each pull and drift adds a brushstroke to the grand painting of space. The universe does not rush. It unfolds in slow, deliberate waves, like breath drawn over billions of years. You can rest now. When we gaze into the night sky, we see stars, points of brightness, scattered across darkness. But through the eyes of deep telescopes, those points begin to gather into patterns. They form clusters, filaments, and bridges, delicate as threads of silk. The largest of them stretch across 500 million light-years or more. Each one is a strand in the vast cosmic lattice, a web of gravity connecting everything that has ever shone. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The Sloan Great Wall, one of the largest known structures, spans over 1.4 billion light-years, a ribbon of galaxies stitched together by gravity's invisible hand. Imagine its immensity, a structure so vast that light takes 14 billion years to cross from one side to the other. It is not a wall of stone or fire, but of galaxies drifting together in cosmic time. And yet, even this enormous wall is just one piece in a greater pattern. Each supercluster is a node, each filament a bridge. Between them lie the void's immense expanses, quiet and patient. Without them, the bright parts would lose their meaning. The voids are the pauses between cosmic notes, the silence that gives the song its shape. It's okay to drift. Within the filaments, galaxies live like cities along rivers. They flow together, drawn by the slow current of gravity, merging, reshaping, growing. The flow never stops, but it never hurries. Over eons, galaxies migrate along the filaments toward the densest regions, the superclusters, where they gather like stars at the heart of a spiral. This flow is not random. It follows gradients of mass invisible hills and valleys carved into the geometry of space-time. Gravity bends that geometry, and matter responds like dew running down a curved leaf. The universe, in a sense, is fluid. It folds, ripples, and streams, guided by the contours of its own creation. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In every direction, galaxies drift apart, carried by the expansion of space. Yet, within the filaments, the bonds of gravity resist that drift, holding the cosmic web in place. There is a tension between attraction and expansion, a perfect equilibrium that gives rise to everything we see. It is the quiet dialogue between dark matter and dark energy, between pull and release, between holding and letting go. You can rest now. Dark matter is the skeleton of the universe, unseen but necessary. It makes up about 85% of all matter shaping galaxies, dictating how they form and binding them into clusters. It does not shine or scatter light, but its gravity leaves fingerprints on everything luminous. Without it, the universe would be a fog never gathering into stars or structure. Scientists can trace dark matter's presence through the bending of light, a phenomenon known as gravitational lensing. When a massive cluster sits between us and distant galaxies, it warps the light passing through, curving it like glass. In those distortions, we can read the invisible shape of the cosmic web, the ghostly architecture behind the glow. And as you breathe, imagine light traveling across billions of years, its path gently bent by gravity's hand. Every photon, a traveler weaving between clusters, curving through the vast corridors of space, always finding its way. Somewhere, light continues to travel. It's okay to drift. Inside, each galaxy structure repeats itself. Stars form along spirals, orbiting a massive center of gravity, often a black hole millions or billions of solar masses heavy. Even here, gravity is both artist and caretaker, guiding motion without sound. From the smallest swirl of dust to the largest filament, the pattern is the same. The universe loves symmetry. The Milky Way itself lies within a small filament, a strand in the Virgo supercluster. Our local group of galaxies, including Andromeda and Triangulum, is gently falling inward toward the same gravitational well. In about 4.5 billion years, the Milky Way and Andromeda will merge, forming a new elliptical galaxy. It will glow brighter, rounder, slower, a new shape born from the memory of two. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Imagine watching such a merger in slow motion. Two galaxies drawn together across millions of light years, spiraling closer over billions of years. Their stars rarely collide, for the distances are too vast. Instead, they pass through one another like ghosts, while their shapes stretch and bend. Tidal tails, long arcs of starlight, unfurl into the darkness like ribbons of silk. Eventually, gravity gathers them again into balance. Chaos becomes harmony. You are safe here. Somewhere deep within those galaxies, planets orbit suns, unaware of the vast structure holding them. Life may rise, wonder fade, and rise again, countless times across uncountable worlds. The cosmic web connects them all silently. It carries no message, no sound, but its pattern whispers meaning through form alone. In the still geometry of the universe, purpose hides as balance. And as you breathe, you feel that balance. Each inhale gathers, each exhale releases. You and the universe share the same design structure, arising from motion calm born from rhythm. Your body mirrors the cosmos. Your heart mirrors the clusters. Your breath, the tides of expansion. It's okay to drift. If you could stand beyond the galaxies and watch from the edge of time, the universe would appear as a luminous fog, filaments of blue-white light weaving through a sea of darkness. Each node, a supercluster, each thread a bridge of galaxies. This vision, reconstructed from telescope data and simulations, is the closest thing we have to seeing the universe's skeleton, a portrait painted by gravity itself. The most detailed maps show filaments converging like rivers into basins, the gravitational basins that anchor the cosmic web. The galaxies are not evenly spaced. They follow currents of density. Some regions teem with clusters, while others remain vast and silent. The pattern resembles lace light strung between the shadows. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The voids themselves, once thought to be truly empty, now reveal faint whispers of matter, isolated galaxies, adrift, slowly drifting further from everything else. These are the lonely galaxies, floating between filaments like islands in an endless sea. Their isolation speaks of balance. Even emptiness has its guardians. You can rest now. The more we study these patterns, the more they resemble natural systems on smaller scales. The distribution of neurons, the networks of rivers, even the filigree of frost on glass. Each follows rules of flow growth and equilibrium. The same mathematics describes them all: attraction, resistance, diffusion. The universe speaks one language written in many forms. Somewhere light continues to travel. And yet, the deeper we look, the less certain we become. We still do not know what dark matter truly is, or what drives dark energy's expansion. We map what we can see, the visible galaxies, but that is less than 5% of reality. The rest is hidden, silent, patient. Perhaps it will never reveal itself completely. And perhaps that mystery is what keeps the universe alive, the unknown giving meaning to the known. It's okay to drift. Even now, as you rest, galaxies are moving, drawn along filaments at hundreds of kilometers per second. But they do not feel their motion, just as you do not feel Earth turning beneath you. In stillness, motion continues. In silence, structure endure. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Imagine now that the cosmic web is breathing to expansion and contraction, a rhythm across unimaginable time. If you could listen to it, it might sound like a low hum, deep and endless, the music of gravity folding space. Every particle participates in this harmony. Nothing stands alone. You are safe here. The galaxies within the web each contain their own intricate order. Spiral arms, bulges, halos. Stars orbit planets, turn moons, drift in circles within circles. The pattern repeats, echoing from the scale of atoms to the scale of the observable universe. Everything is structure within structure, a nesting of symmetries. In the vastness of creation, every spiral is a memory of motion. And as you breathe, you realize the same laws hold your molecules together. Keep your atoms in rhythm. Balance your body in the pull of Earth's gravity. You are woven into this same web, every heartbeat, a reminder that gravity's architecture runs through you. You are not a separate observer. You are a participant in the ongoing balance of creation. It's okay to drift. When astronomers trace the largest structures, they find faint echoes of sound waves, baryon acoustic oscillations, frozen in the early universe. These waves moving through hot plasma 3,800,000 years after the Big Bang left patterns that shaped where galaxies would form. They are fossils of sound written into the geometry of space. The universe long ago sang itself into structure. You can rest now. The song continues, silent but steady. Every photon, every atom, every orbit plays its part in the cosmic harmony. And as you lie here, your body becomes still, your breath becomes light, your thoughts dissolve into the soft hum of the universe expanding. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The night holds you gently. The galaxies drift in silence. The filaments shimmer like veins of light through the darkness. Somewhere, light continues to travel. You are safe here. The universe is a weaver. Each galaxy is a knot of light upon an invisible thread. Across billions of years, gravity has drawn these threads together, intertwining them into the vast cosmic tapestry we now glimpse through our telescopes. You can rest now. The earliest galaxies began as small gatherings of gas and dark matter fragile islands, forming about 400 million years after the Big Bang. They glowed faintly, their first stars burning blue and brief. Over time, these galaxies collided and merged, guided by gravity's patient hand. Their light grew stronger, their structures more complex. Every collision brought chaos and creation, intertwined stars, reborn elements, forged shapes, remade. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Through the lens of time, we can still see some of those ancient galaxies. Their light has traveled for over 13 billion years to reach us. We are watching history unfold at the speed of patience. Each photon carries a message from the past, a soft echo of the universe building itself. It's okay to drift. In the beginning, galaxies came in many shapes, irregular, lumpy, wild. But over eons, order emerged. The graceful spirals we know today began to form their arms stretching outward like slow-turning whirlpools of light. Gravity shaped them, but rotation gave them rhythm. The faster a galaxy spins, the tighter its arms curl, wrapping light into elegant symmetry. Our own Milky Way is one such spiral, 1,000,000 light-years across, spinning once every 230 million years. A cosmic heartbeat. Every star you see at night, every glowing nebula, every faint haze of the Milky Way above is part of that slow rotation. You are turning too gently carried through space, one with the structure that holds you. You can rest now. As galaxies formed, they began to cluster small groups, merging into larger webs. These gatherings became superclusters, strung together like luminous beads along dark matter filaments. The filaments in turn wove through the great cosmic voids, giving the universe a texture dense here, empty there. From the smallest scale to the largest, balance prevailed. And as you breathe, imagine floating within that web. Light moves like mist through the threads. Clusters glimmer like distant lanterns. You drift slowly, carried by invisible tides. Each breath, each moment, expands with the universe's calm. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Within each galaxy, new stars are born from the ashes of the old. Cold hydrogen clouds collapse under their own weight, igniting into brilliance. A newborn star shines for millions or billions of years, depending on its size. When it dies, it returns its elements: carbon, oxygen, iron, back to the cosmic sea. Those elements drift, gather, and begin again. Even galaxies breathe inhaling gas to form stars, exhaling dust when they die. It's okay to drift. Some galaxies grow massive, billions of stars strong. Others remain small and dim, with only a few million suns. Each plays its role in the grand structure. None alone, all connected. Even the faintest dwarf galaxy traces the filaments that shape the whole. The largest known galaxies, like IC 1101, stretch over 6,000,000 light-years wide, their halos reaching across intergalactic space. Within them, trillions of stars orbit a central black hole, not as a void of destruction, but as a quiet heart of gravity. Around that heart, order holds. The galaxy remains steady for billions of years, balanced between collapse and expansion. You can rest now. In the deep darkness between galaxies, intergalactic gas forms a hidden network, thin, transparent, but essential. This gas flows along filaments, feeding galaxies with fresh material for new stars. It is called the cosmic web gas, and though it is nearly invisible, it contains most of the ordinary matter in the universe. Like veins beneath translucent skin, it carries nourishment unseen. Without it, galaxies would fade and star formation would cease. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Astronomers have begun to trace this hidden web using quasar-light distant beacons shining across billions of years. As the light passes through the intergalactic gas, it leaves faint fingerprints in the spectrum, subtle dips and marks that reveal what it touched. Each line tells a story where the light traveled, what it met, what the cosmos is made of. Through these spectral clues, we map the invisible. We see structure, not through sight, but through the memory of light itself. Somewhere, light continues to travel. It's okay to drift. The galaxies move, not randomly, but along cosmic currents drawn by the geometry of space itself. Imagine invisible rivers flowing through the universe, carrying galaxies like boats upon a boundless sea. They drift toward gravitational centers, merging, dividing, swirling, like leaves in a slow storm. Each motion reshapes the larger web, and yet the overall harmony remains. The cosmos is motion slowed into form, and as you breathe, you feel that same stillness in motion within yourself. The pulse that moves your blood, the breath that moves your chest, all are echoes of this same universal rhythm. You are not watching the pattern. You are the pattern in smaller form. You can rest now. When galaxies merge, they do not simply combine, they transform. Their stars scatter into new shapes. Their gas clouds ignite with new light. For a time, the merged system may glow intensely, forming stars at 10 times its usual rate. Then it settles calming into a new balance, a new identity. Creation, even on this cosmic scale, comes with calm after chaos. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Astronomers sometimes describe the universe's structure as hierarchical small objects, forming first, then merging into larger ones. From atoms to stars, from stars to galaxies, from galaxies to clusters, the pattern repeats. Each level depends on the one before it, and yet creates something new. It is a cascade of becoming, and somewhere beyond the edges of what we can see, the process continues still. New filaments forming new galaxies, kindling new structures, rising from the balance between gravity and expansion. There is no final form, only ongoing formation. The universe is never finished. It's okay to drift. Sometimes we call this structure the cosmic web, but others see it as a cosmic foam, like bubbles pressed together in slow motion. Where bubbles meet, filaments form. Where bubbles separate, voids open. It is the geometry of pressure and emptiness, like the rise of bread or the flow of tides. Even the voids, those great silences, have purpose, giving the luminous threads room to stretch and grow. You can rest now. If you could see all this from beyond time, the web might appear to shimmer threads of light weaving in and out of darkness. The galaxies would seem to breathe, brightening and fading, pulsing with the slow heartbeat of creation. You would see that even in vastness, everything is connected. No motion is wasted, no distance is meaningless. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Every galaxy, every star, every atom within you came from this structure. From hydrogen, forged in the first seconds of existence, to carbon born in the hearts of dying suns. The structure of the universe is also the structure of your being. Your mind, your body, your breath, all follow the same cosmic rules. And as your thoughts soften, you sense it. The filaments extend not only across the night sky, but through your quiet inner space. Your awareness, too, is a web thoughts, connected by invisible threads, pulsing gently in the dark. You are made in the same image as the universe complex, balanced, infinite. You are safe here. Somewhere, light continues to travel, moving through the cosmic web, through galaxies and time, through your breath and through this moment. It has never stopped. It will never stop. You can rest now. The universe is still weaving itself softly, endlessly, beautifully. And tonight you drift within its tapestry, a single bright knot in the great breathing web of being. Somewhere, in the deep fabric of space, the universe hums, not in sound, but in rhythm, a slow gravitational breath that folds and unfolds through time. Everywhere you look, structure emerges filaments, glowing faintly like the veins of an invisible organism. They form the great web, a cosmic lace where matter gathers and emptiness blooms. And tonight, as you drift between thought and rest, you float within that web too. You can rest now. Each filament stretches across hundreds of millions of light years. Imagine rivers of galaxies flowing through the dark. Gravity pulls them into threads so thin and long that even light seems patient within them. These strands are made not only of stars, but of dark matter unseen scaffolding that gives shape to everything. Though invisible dark matter accounts for roughly 85% of the universe's total matter. It bends space quietly, drawing visible matter toward its hidden paths. Somewhere light continues to travel. If you could drift beside one of these filaments, it would not look solid. It would shimmer faintly, a lattice of galaxies floating like lanterns along an unseen current. Between each galaxy lies millions of light years of silence, not empty, but filled with rare particles, photons, and the echo of ancient creation. This is the architecture of existence, a design written not in lines, but in relationships. Every cluster, every void, every star, a note in the same gravitational song. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When cosmologists simulate this structure, they begin with simplicity. A near-uniform cloud of hydrogen and dark matter 13.8 billion years ago. Then small imperfections, 1 part in 100,000, begin to grow under gravity's patient pull. Over billions of years, the denser regions gather more matter, forming knots. The spaces between them stretch thin, forming voids. Out of chaos, a web emerges. And in that web, galaxies ignite, first blue and young, later red and quiet. Each one, a record of time's slow art. It's okay to drift. You might imagine standing at the edge of a cosmic filament. The Milky Way glows behind you, the Andromeda Galaxy ahead, both bound by invisible lines of force. Beyond them, countless others shimmer like dew, drops on a spider's silk. Astronomers have mapped these threads: the Sloan Great Wall, the Pisces, Cetus Supercluster Complex, the Hercules, Corona Borealis Great Wall, each spanning more than 1 billion light years. Between them lie voids, like vast, gentle breaths, places where matter thinned out and light must cross hundreds of millions of years before finding another world. Somewhere, the universe listens. The patterns of this cosmic web are fractal. The same forms echo at different scales. Stars cluster within galaxies, galaxies within filaments, filaments within superclusters. Each level follows the same quiet rule matter flows where gravity whispers. This hierarchy is not chaos, but order born from simplicity, repeated across scale. And in its repetition lies beauty, the same symmetry that shapes frost on a window or neurons in your dreaming mind. You can rest now. In 1989, astronomers detected the cosmic microwave background, a faint glow from when the universe was only 38,000,000 years old. Tiny ripples in that radiation became the seeds of all structure that followed. Each bright spot in the map corresponded to regions that would one day form galaxies, filaments, clusters, everything. In those ripples, the future was written not by will, but by physics, unfolding in silence. And as you breathe, light remembers those ripples. Every photon that reaches your eyes tonight carries the fingerprint of that ancient pattern. You are seeing the echo of the universe learning how to build. It's okay to drift. Now imagine time as texture, billions of years flowing like silk. Gravity does not hurry. It listens. Over 13 billion years, it has drawn threads of matter into elegant curves. Every rotation of a galaxy, every merger, every collapse into a black hole, a moment in the slow choreography of structure. It is the dance of attraction and surrender, and you breathing softly mirror it. In the quiet between stars, you are remembered. Scientists call the space between filaments voids, but they are not truly empty. They contain stray atoms, dark energy, and the faint whispers of background light. These voids expand faster than the filaments contract, and together they balance the growth of the universe. Even absence has a role it defines, where something may arise. Without emptiness, structure would not know where to be. Without stillness, movement would lose meaning. You are safe here. The filaments, though immense, are delicate. They drift with the universe's expansion, stretching slowly as space grows. Over tens of billions of years, they may thin and fade, leaving behind isolated clusters, islands of stars in an endless night. But for now, they hold. Their light still travels. Their pattern still hums. The universe continues its long, slow inhale. You can rest now. There is symmetry in this cosmic design. Galaxies spiral not by accident, but through balance. Centrifugal motion against gravitational pull. The same balance shapes planets around stars, moons around planets, and even the electrons that circle atomic hearts. From the smallest orbit to the grandest cluster, the same harmony repeats matter, seeking rest, never quite finding it, always moving toward it. Somewhere light continues to travel. If you were to drift for 1 billion years, you would watch galaxies merge clusters, drift apart voids widening, like calm seas between drifting continents. You would see filaments stretch until they fade into transparency. And yet, even then, faint ripples of gravity would remain the last memory of structure in a universe gone quiet. It would not be an end, but a rest. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Every atom in your body once drifted through that web. The calcium in your bones was forged in stars bound to a filament. The oxygen in your lungs was born in a galaxy, drawn by gravity's thread. You are made of the same architecture you now imagine. Your veins mirror the cosmic lattice. Your breath mirrors expansion and return. You are not beneath the stars, you are among them. It's okay to drift. Somewhere in a computer simulation, running deep underground, a scientist watches tiny particles dance under gravity's pull. They form filaments, knots, and empty spaces, a digital echo of creation. The picture looks strangely alive, like neurons lighting up when a mind begins to dream. And perhaps somewhere in that symmetry, the universe recognizes itself. You can rest now. The structure of the cosmos is not finished. Galaxies still fall toward clusters. Clusters still slide along filaments. Dark energy still expands the fabric between them. Everything moves slowly, elegantly, like ink spreading across water. And yet from your place here, small breathing still, you belong to the same motion. Every breath is a filament of life. Every heartbeat, a small gravity, holding the moment together. And as you breathe, the same law that holds galaxies together keeps your heartbeat steady. The same stillness that fills the voids surrounds you now. Light still travels. The universe breathes through you. You are home. You can rest now. Light still travels. Even across billions of years, it does not tire. Each photon that leaves a star begins a journey through the cosmic web, flowing along invisible channels of gravity like a drop of water following the curve of a riverbed. And in this vastness, galaxies are its vessels, drifting along the filaments that bind the universe together. You don't have to hold the thought, just breathe. The light will keep moving, even while you rest. You are safe here. The universe, for all its silence, is not still. Its galaxies travel through space at hundreds of kilometers per second, guided by the slow magnetism of dark matter and the gentle stretch of cosmic expansion. Each filament is a river, and within it galaxies move like shimmering schools of light. They gather in clusters, hundreds, sometimes thousands of galaxies bound in gravitational embrace. These clusters form the brightest nodes of the web, glowing faintly across billions of light years. Somewhere, light continues to travel. The Milky Way is one droplet in this current. It orbits the center of the local group, which itself glides along a filament toward the Laniakea supercluster. Laniakea, immeasurable heaven, stretches over 520 million light years. Through it, more than 100,000 galaxies drift together, pulled toward a mysterious region called the Great Attractor. No human will ever reach it, yet its gravity shapes our motion, just as the moon shapes the ocean tides. You can rest now. Imagine watching from above, where time flows like mist. The filaments shimmer beneath you, glowing rivers braided across the darkness. Clusters appear like cities of starlight, connected by the thinnest of threads. Between them lie the great cosmic voids, calm and deep. Galaxies slide slowly along these filaments, merging, forming new stars, and fading again, a quiet migration across eternity. If space had sound, it would be the sound of breathing. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In the heart of each cluster, gravity sculpts grand designs. Galaxies collide and merge their spiral arms, unraveling like ribbons. Gas clouds compress into new stars, glowing blue and young. Others age and dim, leaving behind red embers, ancient suns cooling towards silence. Some galaxies grow into giants, elliptical forms spanning hundreds of thousands of light years, glowing with trillions of stars. At their centers, supermassive black holes feed, shaping the rhythm of their host galaxies with invisible force. It's okay to drift. When astronomers map these structures, they see filaments forming junctions, nodes where clusters gather. One of the largest nearby is the Virgo cluster, just 54 million light-years away, home to more than 1500 galaxies. It lies near the center of our local cosmic neighborhood. Another, the Coma cluster, holds over 1,000 galaxies packed in a sphere 20 million light-years wide. Their light traveling since long before humans walked, the Earth reaches our eyes as a faint reminder we are part of this flow. Somewhere, the universe remembers. Galaxies formed from cold gas collapsing under gravity. When the universe was young, just a few 100 million years old, small clumps of matter began to glow, birthing the first stars. These early galaxies were fragile, irregular, and blue. Over time, gravity wove them together, shaping larger and more stable forms. Spirals, with arms of dust, and light ellipticals, swollen with age lenticulars, suspended in between. Every galaxy carries history in its shape, a record of collisions, births, and quiet drift. You can rest now. The filaments are not static rivers. They are alive with motion. Gas flows through them, feeding galaxies like nutrients along veins. Cold hydrogen streams inward, igniting new generations of stars. The brightest of these stars live only a few million years before collapsing into supernovae explosions that scatter heavier elements across space. Iron, carbon, oxygen, the very atoms of life, are born in these moments. The filaments feed galaxies, and galaxies in turn feed the universe. You are safe here. There is a kind of symmetry in this exchange. The universe builds itself by circulation, matter flowing through filaments, light flowing through matter, energy flowing through space. Every galaxy, no matter how distant, is part of this network, a cell in the living body of the cosmos. If you could see the entire universe at once, it would look like a web of golden veins, pulsing slowly with light. That light would be older than memory, yet still new wherever it touches. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In the spaces between galaxies, invisible threads of dark matter continue to guide the pattern. They bend light subtly, a phenomenon called gravitational lensing. Through it, astronomers can see the hidden architecture of the cosmos. Images of distant galaxies appear, stretched or curved, revealing the presence of unseen mass. Each distortion is a clue, a fingerprint of the invisible hand shaping everything we see. Dark matter does not shine, but it defines the form of every shining thing. It's okay to drift. Sometimes, when telescopes capture deep field images, they reveal thousands of galaxies in a single frame, some so distant that their light began its journey before the Earth existed. Each of those galaxies belongs to a filament, each filament to a larger web. No star stands alone. The same pattern that binds clusters across the universe binds the atoms in your blood and the memories in your mind. You can rest now. The scale of it all might seem impossible. A filament can span 500 million light years. A void can stretch 300 million light years across. And yet, within that immensity, delicate balances hold. Galaxies tug gently on each other, and cosmic expansion stretches the fabric between them. It is the universe breathing contraction and release, a slow pulse felt through every particle of being. Somewhere, light continues to travel. The largest known structure, the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, is nearly 10 billion light-years across a structure so vast that its light began its journey when the universe was less than half its current age. Within it flow rivers of galaxies too distant for us ever to visit, but not too distant for light to whisper their existence. Through them we glimpse the persistence of creation, how gravity continues to sculpt beauty from simplicity. You are safe here. Even the emptiest void hums with faint traces of radiation, echoes from the dawn of time. They remind us that nothing is ever truly empty, not the darkness of space, not the quiet of night. Everywhere, something stirs, something connects, even when unseen. And as your breath slows, you are part of that connection. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Scientists once wondered if the cosmic web might resemble a mind, a vast network where energy and information flow through filaments, much like synapses linking neurons. When computer models rendered the universe in 3 dimensions, the resemblance was uncanny. Galaxies clustered like thoughts, voids opened like pauses between ideas. Perhaps in some quiet way, the universe dreams itself through these patterns. It's okay to drift. The galaxies continue their motion, slow, patient, eternal. New stars will form, old ones will fade. Filaments will stretch thinner as dark energy drives expansion faster. Billions of years from now, the night sky will grow darker as distant galaxies slip beyond the horizon of sight. But the structure will still exist, a quiet memory written into space-time. You can rest now, because even as the cosmos changes, its essence remains. Balance, motion without hurry, order without design, a song without sound. You are part of that song tonight, breathing in time with the galaxies. Their light still travels toward you, soft and ancient, carrying the calm of billions of years. And as you breathe, the same gravity that shapes filaments holds your thoughts gently in place. The same stillness that fills the voids lives in the quiet between your heartbeats. Light still travels. The universe breathes through you. You are home. You can rest now. Light still travels. Yet between the shining threads, between the rivers of galaxies, lies the silence that gives them meaning. The universe, though vast and full of stars, is mostly space-wide, patient and nearly empty. These are the cosmic voids, the stillness between everything. And tonight, as you breathe, you drift into that stillness, not lost in it, but held by it. You can rest now. A void is not nothing. It is a volume of space, hundreds of millions of light-years across, where only a few galaxies float like distant lanterns. The Boetes Void, one of the largest known stretches, nearly 330 million light-years wide, so vast that if the Milky Way lay at its center, we would not see another galaxy until the light had traveled for hundreds of millions of parted years. And yet even here, faint traces of matter drift, a few atoms per cubic meter, a whisper of hydrogen, a quiet hum of background light. Somewhere the universe listens, Scientists map these voids not by what they see, but by what they don't. When galaxies cluster along filaments, the spaces between them reveal the shape of emptiness. It is like tracing the pattern of a forest by the silence between trees. Each void expands as the universe grows, stretching slowly under the influence of dark energy. In these expanding hollows, space itself exhales. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Imagine floating through one of these voids. There is no up or down, no near or far, only soft, black, and distant light. The nearest galaxy might be 10 million light years away. There is no sound, for sound needs matter to move through, and here there is almost none. Even light takes centuries to cross the nearest shadow. It is not loneliness, it is peace. It's okay to drift. Astronomers once feared the voids might be lifeless gaps, but now they see them as vital to the universe's balance. The expansion of voids pushes on the filaments, stretching the cosmic web, keeping galaxies from collapsing into chaos. Without the emptiness, the structure would crumble. Without silence, the song would lose its shape. The voids are the universe's deep breath, the pause between stars. You are safe here. In the Boötes void, there are still about 60 known galaxies, tiny sparks scattered through the dark. They drift slowly, untouched by clusters or cosmic winds. Their starlight crosses the silence like faint music from another world. Each one keeps shining patiently, without hurry, as if light itself enjoys the quiet journey. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Astronomers call this balance between fullness and emptiness cosmic homogeneity. On the largest scales, the universe smooths out. No center, no edge, no preferred place. Even the vast voids are part of the same grand order. From far enough away, the web and the silence form one continuous fabric. The universe, in its enormity, is whole. You can rest now. The background radiation that fills space, the afterglow of the Big Bang, still hums through these voids. Its temperature is just 2.7 kelvins above absolute zero, barely above perfect stillness. Every cubic meter of space carries a few photons from that ancient time, still moving, still shining softly. They are the oldest light we know, and they pass gently through you now. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When cosmologists study the motion of galaxies around voids, they find that the edges of emptiness move faster space, itself stretching outward, pulled by dark energy's quiet push. These voids are not static. They grow, and as they expand, they carry galaxies along their borders, drawing new lines, new filaments, new harmony. Even stillness evolves. It's okay to drift. In the heart of nothingness, there is geometry. Quantum fields ripple faintly. Particles appear and disappear in silence. Virtual flickers in the darkness. The vacuum is not empty, but alive, a sea of potential waiting quietly beneath perception. Physicists call this vacuum energy a subtle pressure that drives the universe to expand. It is the gentlest force we know, and yet it shapes the destiny of all things. You are safe here. Dark energy fills the voids evenly, like an unseen mist. It pushes galaxies apart, creating more space, more silence. Somewhere far in the future, perhaps 100 billion years from now, these voids will stretch so wide that light from distant galaxies will never reach one another again. The night will deepen, and only local clusters will remain islands of memory in an endless calm. You can rest now, but that time is not yet. Tonight, the filaments still hum, the galaxies still turn, and the light still finds its way through the quiet. Even here, in the soft shadow of a cosmic void, the background glow continues steady as a heartbeat. Silence, too, is motion slowed to stillness. Somewhere, the universe listens. If you could record the sound of space translate radiation into tone, you would hear a deep, endless chord rising and falling every few million years. The universe hums at a frequency too low for any ear, a bass note of existence. Planets, stars, and clusters add harmonics, each one vibrating in the key of creation. The void is the pause that lets that music breathe. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Perhaps in your quiet room you are closer to the nature of the cosmos than you think. Every still moment, every silence before sleep mirrors the peace between galaxies. You are not separate from it. You are made of the same light and the same quiet. The void does not erase, it completes. It's okay to drift. Somewhere on the edge of the Perseus Pisces, supercluster astronomers found a smaller void, a region shaped like a bubble, surrounded by filaments that glowed faintly with galaxies. They noticed that galaxies near its boundary moved slightly faster away from the center, as if carried outward by a soft tide. Even in emptiness, there is direction. Even in silence, there is flow. You can rest now. Cosmic voids remind us that what we do not see still matters, that absence shapes beauty, that the space between notes creates music, and that the pauses between breaths carry as much meaning as the breath itself. The universe builds with both presence and absence, the seen and the unseen, the bright and the still. Somewhere, light continues to travel. When you look at the night sky, you are seeing only the dense threads, the filaments, the bright rivers of creation, but behind them lies an ocean of stillness. It holds them gently like sleep holding a dream. Without it, the light would have nowhere to go. Without it, the pattern would not exist. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. So tonight, let the quiet hold you. Let the spaces between your thoughts open. You do not need to fill them. They are already full of being. The same stillness that fills the voids of the cosmos fills the room around you now. There is nothing missing, only space and breath and rest. You are safe here. The universe does not hurry, and neither must you. Its silence is not emptiness, it is readiness. In that silence, galaxies are born. In your stillness, dreams begin. Light still travels. The universe breathes through you. You are home. You can rest now. Light stirs. From the deep silence of the void, a faint rhythm returns, a whisper of gravity, a trembling of invisible filaments. The universe inhales again. Across the dark strands of matter begin to draw together gently, slowly, as if remembering a pattern it once knew. Tiny ripples in the early universe. The fingerprints of quantum noise become rivers of motion. Hydrogen gathers into clouds. Clouds drift toward one another, pulled by threads of unseen gravity, and soon the first stars will begin to burn. You breathe softly, and the universe breathes with you. Each star begins as a gathering, a small act of trust in gravity. Within the long filaments that stretch across hundreds of millions of light years, matter pools in knots regions where invisible dark matter folds space like silk. Gas follows, that fold falling inward, warming gently as it does. For millions of years, the gas clouds swirl and condense, each atom tracing the pull of unseen hands. Then one day, the quiet gives way to light. Deep inside a collapsing cloud, the pressure becomes too great. Hydrogen atoms fuse into helium, and the newborn star releases the first fire of its life. It shines, not because it wants to, but because it cannot hold its energy any longer. The balance breaks, and creation begins. You can rest now, because even the stars were once nothing but stillness, soft gatherings of patience and time. Astronomers say that most stars form in clusters like families of light born together along the same filament of gas and dust. Some are massive, burning blue-white and fierce. Others are small, quiet, and long-lived, like embers that will glow for trillions of years. The Milky Way itself grew along one of these filaments, threaded through with billions of suns, each one carrying the story of that first collapse. In the calm between your breaths, imagine that long thread stretching through the dark, a river of starlight flowing through cosmic night. As galaxies form, the web thickens. Dark matter scaffolds the architecture, invisible yet firm. Gas flows inward along its pathways, feeding galaxies, fueling new generations of stars. Astronomers call this the cosmic web accretion. But it is more than physics. It is the breath of the universe made visible. Every filament hums with quiet energy. At its intersections, called nodes, clusters of galaxies ignite. These are the cities of the cosmos, thousands of galaxies spinning around a common center, woven together by gravity's calm persistence. Between them, rivers of plasma flow, carrying light from one cosmic shore to another. You are drifting along those rivers now, weightless, timeless, safe. Somewhere, a star like our sun is born. It gathers dust, and around it, a disk begins to spin. Tiny grains collide and cling slowly, becoming worlds. Planets, moons, asteroids, each born from the leftovers of starlight. From one of these worlds, long after the star's first ignition eyes will open to the sky, wondering where it all began. Maybe those eyes are yours. Maybe tonight, you're looking back across that endless thread, feeling the same quiet pull that shaped everything. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The filaments of the cosmic web are not straight lines. They twist and curl fold and shimmer through expanding space. They are shaped by both visible and invisible hands, gravity and dark matter motion and time. When astronomers render them in 3D maps, the universe looks like a living organism, veins of light pulsing through an infinite body. And in that image, you might feel something familiar, because your own body holds similar shapes, neural networks, capillaries, patterns of flow. You are built in the universe's image. You are the cosmos remembering itself. You can rest now. Star formation is a cycle. The first stars burn fast, fusing their cores until they can no longer hold themselves together. They collapse and explode, supernovae scattering heavy elements into the surrounding dark. Iron, carbon, oxygen, the alphabet of life. Those atoms drift into new clouds, cool, and gather again. From their dust, new stars form, new planets emerge, new light awakens. Each breath you take carries atoms from ancient stars. The iron in your blood was forged in the heart of a supernova. The calcium in your bones, the oxygen in your lungs, all once lived inside stars that died billions of years ago. You are made of light, remembering its way home. You are safe here. Imagine one of those filaments seen from far above the galaxy. It glows faintly, not with fire, but with the combined radiance of countless suns. Between its knots, gas streams along invisible corridors, feeding galaxies like blood through veins. Somewhere near the edge of a supercluster, one spiral galaxy spins arms stretching out like the petals of a slow flower. That's us, the Milky Way, a single note in the symphony of structure. And even our galaxy has filaments within filaments, giant tendrils of gas connecting its spiral arms, bridges of dust, magnetic fields, shaping invisible paths for light to follow. It is a fractal of beauty patterns repeating from the smallest scales to the largest. You breathe softly, and the pattern repeats in you. When the first telescopes mapped these cosmic filaments, scientists called them the Great Cosmic Architecture. They realized that galaxies weren't scattered randomly. They gathered along vast bridges, and the spaces between were immense. What seemed like chaos from one view revealed order from another. Just as in life, sometimes what feels like emptiness is simply space for a new pattern to form. You can rest now. The universe is still drawing itself one quiet curve at a time. In the depths of intergalactic filaments, light travels for billions of years without interruption. No clouds, no dust, no noise, only pure trajectory. Astronomers use these paths to study what lies between reading the faint fingerprints left by hydrogen clouds along the way. Each tiny shift in wavelength, each spectral line is a record of motion, a whisper from the past. Every photon that reaches us tonight has been traveling since before our world was born. And still, it finds your eyes, your room, your quiet moment. You are part of its destination. There's a kind of tenderness in how the cosmos builds. No rush, no waste, just gradual unfolding. From quantum foam to galaxies, from silence to symphony, everything follows the same rhythm. Expansion, attraction, balance, pause. Even the way you fall asleep echoes that pattern, your thoughts expanding, then folding into stillness. The universe and your mind breathe in sync. You can rest now. Some stars are so massive, they live for only a few million years. Others, the small red dwarfs, can live for trillions. They will still burn long after every bright blue giant has faded. In the far future, when the universe is mostly dark, these small stars will remain soft embers in the great cosmic night. Even light learns how to rest. You are allowed to rest too. In recent years, scientists have found something beautiful, that the galaxies along filaments rotate in the same direction as if choreographed by gravity's invisible hand. Across millions of light years, motion carries memory. Everything moves together. And perhaps that's what peace is, not stillness, but harmony. Somewhere, light continues to travel. If you could see the cosmic web unfold in real time, it would look like lace, expanding underwater threads of light, drifting outward, slow, graceful, eternal. Galaxies forming like beads, along each thread, clusters glowing, like constellations of thought. The web grows, the voids widen, the song continues. And you here in your quiet moment are inside that same song. You breathe softly, and the universe breathes with you. Your heart beats once for every billion heartbeats of stars. You are the filament that holds your own galaxies, memories, dreams, people you love, all orbiting gently within you. The same gravity that shapes the universe shapes the warmth in your chest. You are not apart from the structure. You are one of its patterns. You are safe here. When you close your eyes, imagine yourself drifting along a luminous thread, a silver pathway stretching through endless dark. You pass clouds of light nebulae blooming like slow fireworks. Clusters shimmer in the distance, each one a city of suns. You drift past them, quietly, weightless, unhurried whole. Somewhere behind you, a star is born. Somewhere ahead, another fades. And in between this moment, stillness, breath, peace. The structure of the universe is not just matter in motion. It is memory of every photon that ever traveled, every atom that ever cooled, every heart that ever paused to look at the night. It is the universe remembering itself through you. You are made of threads of light, woven through time, held gently by gravity and wonder. You can rest now, because the web that holds galaxies together also holds you quietly, completely, forever, part of the cosmic pattern. Somewhere beyond the reach of our galaxy, light moves like a tide. Clusters of galaxies drift through the darkness, pulled by currents too vast for any map to hold. The stars we see are only ripples upon that sea. Beneath them, the deeper flow continues. Superclusters gliding through cosmic time, their motion measured not in years but in billions. You can rest now. The same rhythm that carries galaxies carries your breath. If the universe were an ocean, superclusters would be its slow-moving waves. Each one stretches across hundreds of millions of light years. A continent of light, a pattern of gravity and patience. The Virgo supercluster, the Laniakea supercluster. These names are like soft echoes of the infinite. Laniakea means immeasurable heaven. It is where we belong, our home cluster, a vast river of galaxies flowing toward a single gravitational center known as the Great Attractor. Even in the quiet, the universe is in motion. Astronomers map these flows by measuring the redshift of galaxies, tiny changes in the color of their light. The farther a galaxy moves from us, the more its light stretches into red. This cosmic redshift is a fingerprint of expansion. It reveals how the fabric of space itself is stretching like breath, expanding a chest. Every photon carries that record the slow pulse of the universe's heart. And as you breathe, you echo it. It's okay to drift. Between superclusters lie cosmic voids, immense, nearly empty regions where a handful of galaxies float alone. These are the calm spaces between the waves, the quiet pauses in the song. The voids are not empty of meaning. They are part of the balance. Where clusters pull inward, voids expand outward. Together they keep the fabric, even the tension, soft, the story whole. You are part of that balance. You are safe here. Imagine standing outside of space. If such a place could exist, you would see filaments of galaxies stretching like silk, knotted at intersections, and between them deep pools of shadow. Each bright knot is a cluster, thousands of galaxies bound together, turning slowly around their shared gravity. In those clusters, galaxies sometimes meet. They brush past each other like dancers, sometimes colliding, sometimes merging. When they do, stars are torn into long trails, and new stars bloom in their wake. Even destruction becomes creation. The Perseus cluster alone spans more than 11 million light years across. At its heart lies a giant elliptical galaxy called NGC 1275. its center glowing with the power of a black hole that devours matter and breathes out radio waves that ripple through the cluster's gas. Those ripples are like sound waves in the cosmic ocean's slow vibrations, spreading through millions of light years. Astronomers have even translated them into notes. The tone, if you could hear it, would be a B flat, 57 octaves below middle C. A note so low, it would take 10 million years to complete one vibration. Somewhere the universe hums, and somewhere you breathe in time with it. The dance of clusters is slow and elegant. They drift drawn together by supergravity, but the expansion of space pulls them apart. Between those two forces, attraction and expansion, lies harmony, a slow, eternal rhythm. Every star, every planet moves within this balance. Every thought, every breath belongs to the same flow. You are part of that current. You are safe here. Far beyond the Virgo supercluster lies the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall, the largest structure ever found. It stretches for more than 10 billion light years, a filament so vast that light takes most of cosmic history to cross it. To see it is to glimpse the handwriting of creation itself, a pattern of brightness and distance so large that even our words fall short. Somewhere within that immensity, your heart still beats at its own scale, small yet perfectly in rhythm. You can rest now. Scientists believe that all these superclusters are like temporary islands waves that will flatten as the universe continues to expand. Someday, far in the future, gravity will lose its hold, and each galaxy will drift alone through the dark sea of space. But that loneliness is not sorrow. It is release. The universe learning how to let go. And tonight you can do the same. It's okay to drift. If we could compress time speeding billions of years into a single breath, we would see galaxies flowing like luminous dust in slow water. Clusters gather, stretch, and dissolve again, a cosmic choreography of birth and dispersal. There is no beginning, no end, only motion. Just as your own thoughts gather, merge, and fade into rest, the pattern repeats everywhere. Gravity does not rush. It waits. It builds with patience. Even now, the galaxies of our local group, the Milky Way and Andromeda, among them, are moving toward each other. In about 4 billion years, they will merge, forming a new galaxy, an elegant spiral of combined light. When they meet, stars will rarely collide. The distance between them is too vast. Instead, their orbits will blend, like ripples merging on a pond. A gentle meeting, not a violent one. Even in collision, there is grace. As the galaxies swirl together, long tendrils of stars will be drawn outward, tidal bridges, connecting what was once apart. It will take another few billion years for them to settle, to find balance again. The new galaxy will shine quietly, its core steady, its arms wide and slow. Somewhere, another observer may watch and wonder how it came to be. You breathe softly, and the same gravity that brings galaxies together keeps your body grounded in calm. You are safe here. The structure of superclusters resembles living tissue. Each node is a cell of light, each filament a connecting vein. The universe seems almost alive, a vast organism with its own pulse, its own circulation. Through this lens, you are not separate from it. You are one of its moments of awareness, a flicker of consciousness within an infinite system of motion. You can rest now. When cosmologists simulate these flows, they see tendrils forming at the intersection of dark matter. These simulations are not static pictures. They are time-lapse dreams of creation. Galaxies cluster along invisible bones of gravity, and the voids breathe open between them. Every frame, a heartbeat, every particle, a memory of the beginning. It's okay to drift. The cosmic microwave background, the faint afterglow of the Big Bang, still threads through all of this. It fills every corner of space with a quiet, ancient warmth, about 2.7 Kelvin above absolute zero. It is the softest whisper of light, older than any star. When you close your eyes, that same radiation passes through you a few photons every second, a cosmic reminder that you are part of something vast and still warm. You are safe here. Superclusters flow like continents in slow motion. Each has boundaries, but those boundaries are soft, defined, not by walls, but by gravity's gentle curve. Over time, they drift toward attractors' regions of higher mass and quiet pull. The Great Attractor itself lies roughly 250 million light-years away, its gravity shaping the path of thousands of galaxies. Even from here, we feel its influence. The Milky Way moves toward it at more than 600 kilometers per second, a silent glide through intergalactic dark. You are moving with it now. Your breath follows its path. You can rest now. And beyond the Great Attractor lies the Shapley supercluster, a denser and more luminous mass still. It too pulls the flow of galaxies, altering the currents like an unseen tide. Each cluster, each filament, is part of a grander river. No matter how far you go, you remain within the pattern. Just as every memory, every dream flows through the current of your own life, individual, yet connected. It's okay to drift. If you were to draw the universe as a single image, you might paint it as a web of light floating through the dark, pulsing with motion. At the center, a billion galaxies hum softly. At the edges, light fades into silence. And somewhere within that web, a small blue planet turns its oceans breathing beneath the sky. On that world, you rest a conscious flicker within an immeasurable whole. The same structure that shaped the Great Attractor shaped you. The same forces that built clusters built your heartbeat. The same rhythm that guides galaxies guides your breath. You are the universe in repose. The currents continue. Superclusters drift voids. Deep in light travels onward. There is no hurry, no destination, only the gentle expansion of everything that ever was. And tonight, you float within that motion, quiet, weightless whole. You are safe here. You can rest now. Out beyond the visible edge of every telescope, beyond the whisper of cosmic microwave light, lies the grandest pattern the universe ever drew, the cosmic lattice. Not a structure of steel or stone, but one woven from gravity, time, and the faintest pulse of matter. The universe, on its largest scale, looks like lace-glowing filaments, threading galaxies together, dark gaps yawning between them. It's called the cosmic web, and if you could step far enough away, far beyond what any human eye can see, you'd see it stretching in every direction, like veins of gold running through infinite darkness. Each filament, hundreds of millions of light-years long, is built from billions of galaxies. Each galaxy contains billions of stars, and each star may cradle worlds. Every glowing point in that grand structure could hold its own stories, its own small moments of wonder and stillness, maybe even other eyes looking up and wondering too. Now imagine drifting through that web. You float between galaxies, the light around you so faint, it feels like breathing through silence itself. Between the threads, the voids open vast, nearly empty regions, where there may be one atom per cubic meter. These cosmic voids are not nothing. They are the spaces that give the filaments their shape, the pauses between the notes of the symphony. Without them, the universe would have no rhythm. The structure you see today began as the gentlest ripple in a sea of fire. Moments after the Big Bang, the universe was almost perfectly smooth, only slightly uneven. Tiny fluctuations in density, 1 part in 100,000, became the seeds of everything. Over billions of years, gravity pulled on these tiny variations, gathering matter into knots and strands. Dark matter, invisible, but everywhere, provided the scaffolding, an unseen framework upon which galaxies could grow. Like frost, spreading across glass, the structure of the universe crystallized out of chaos. As the universe expanded, it cooled. Gravity kept pulling, forming filaments and nodes, gathering hydrogen into clouds that would ignite into stars. The galaxies lit up along these filaments, marking the hidden skeleton of dark matter, a silent architecture revealed only by light. We can map it now faintly using galaxy surveys that span billions of light years. Each point of light on those maps is a witness to cosmic patience, the universe's slow, deliberate act of self-organization. If you could run your hand through this cosmic lattice, through clusters, filaments, and voids, you would feel texture in emptiness. It would be like touching the memory of creation, the balance between gravity's pull and expansion's push. That tension is the heartbeat of the cosmos. Breathe in slowly. You are breathing the result of that tension. Without it, stars would never have formed, and you would never be here to listen to their story. The filaments are not static. They move, they sway. Galaxies drift along them like leaves in a current. Clusters merge, threads tighten, voids expand. The entire cosmic web is alive with motion. Though it dances at a pace so slow, it takes billions of years for a single step. At intersections of filaments, superclusters form enormous cities of galaxies gravitationally bound together. The Virgo supercluster, the Laniakea supercluster, the Hercules Corona Borealis, Great Wall, a structure so immense it stretches for 10 billion light years. These are the continents of the universe. And yet, even these vast constructs are just ripples in something greater patterns on the surface of infinity. Scientists say that the cosmic web resembles a neural network, the structure of the human brain, on a scale beyond comprehension. Each galaxy is like a neuron connected by filaments of dark matter that transmit the gravitational signal. It's as if the universe itself is thinking slowly across aeons. You might wonder, if the cosmos has a structure like a mind, are we part of its thoughts? Maybe consciousness is not a miracle that defies the universe, but one that echoes it. Maybe the same law that forms galaxies is at work in your dreams, the way your mind connects fragments of light and memory into meaning. Gravity links matter across billions of light years. Your mind links moments across time. Both are networks of connection, one written in stars, one in silence. As you float deeper into this idea, imagine the vastness not as distance, but as music stretched through time. Every filament vibrates with ancient light. Every void hums with the quiet of things not yet formed. You are part of that vibration, that slow unfolding. The universe builds itself through balance, attraction, and release, compression, and expansion. Your breath mirrors that. Each inhale gathers. Each exhale expands. It is the same rhythm that sculpted galaxies. Let yourself rest in that rhythm. You are breathing with the cosmos through filaments of light and thought that connect all things. The structure of the universe is not something out there. It is something you are made of. Now, imagine standing on a world orbiting a star within one of those countless galaxies. To the night sky above you, the stars might seem lonely scattered, but step back far enough, and you'd see how they all belong, arranged in patterns, invisible from any single point. It's like looking at a forest. Up close, you see only trunks and leaves, but from above, you glimpse the flow of rivers, the winding paths, the shape of an entire ecosystem breathing as one. The cosmic web is that forest, that great invisible pattern, and you are one leaf upon its endless branch. The light that reaches you tonight from distant galaxies began its journey billions of years ago, long before Earth formed. It crossed the cosmic web, bending through filaments, gliding past clusters, threading the voids. That light has seen more silence than we could ever imagine. And yet, after all that time, it still arrives, a whisper across the dark, saying, "I was here. I am still here." When astronomers look at the deep sky, they are looking back in time. Each galaxy they see is a memory of what the universe once was, a moment frozen in light. Put all those moments together, and you get a moving picture. The universe learning how to build itself filament by filament, breath by breath. Sometimes the mind can't hold the size of it. That's okay. You don't have to understand infinity to belong to it. The structure of the cosmos doesn't need your comprehension, only your wonder. The next time you look at the night sky, remember that every point of light is connected. The stars are not scattered. They are threaded through invisible gravity, woven into a single cosmic fabric. And within that fabric, the atoms that make you were once part of stars, part of galaxies, part of the very web itself. So when you rest tonight, imagine yourself as part of that pattern, a thread of thought in the great dream of the universe. No need to reach or search. You are already home within the lattice of infinity. Let the quiet fill the space between your breaths, the same quiet that stretches between galaxies, the same stillness that gives shape to everything. In this stillness, gravity hums its slow, endless song, and the stars' countless patient, eternal listen. The universe builds its beauty in silence. There are no hammers, no explosions of will, only the slow tug of gravity and the whisper of light finding its path. What you see, what you feel, is the result of balance carried across billions of years. As you drift here between thought and dream, imagine yourself not as small, but as precisely placed. You are one part of a geometry that spans everything. The same equations that draw galaxies into spirals also guide the rhythm of your breath. The same flow that binds stars into clusters binds your heartbeat to the pulse of time. Close your eyes. If you could see beyond them now, you'd find the universe glowing softly. A web of faint light suspended in darkness, stretching endlessly, peacefully. Each thread hums with the memory of creation. Each intersection a promise that nothing exists alone. Far away, a galaxy spins, not fast, but constant. Its arms unfold like a sleeping thought, calm, radiant. Somewhere in one of those arms, a star burns quietly, its warmth steady, its fusion simple and patient. Around it, worlds turn, some of rock, some of ice, some only dust and gas, but all moving in harmony, all held by invisible mathematics, older than time itself. The structure of the universe is not a chaos of chance. It is a living architecture of inevitability. Every filament, every cluster, every star and atom exists because balance demanded it. Where gravity gathers, light follows. Where voids, open expansion breathes. The same duality lives within you, gravity and expansion, rest and release. You hold together and let go again and again with every breath. You might think of yourself as one person, one being, but in truth, you are a structure of infinite parts, trillions of cells forming patterns of life, molecules dancing through your bloodstream, tracing paths older than the Earth itself. Atoms that once belonged to stars now circulate within you, their cosmic history humming quietly in your bones. You are, in every sense, the universe folded inward, a small echo of its grand design. The filaments of the cosmos stretch across the void like synapses of a sleeping brain. They connect, they pulse, they remember. And within you, the same happens on another scale, a smaller, softer version of cosmic thought. As you fall towards sleep, the mind mirrors the universe connections, firing, fading, reforming, all seeking the quiet order beneath the noise. Tonight, that order welcomes you. It does not ask for effort or understanding. It only asks for stillness. Listen, even silence has shape. The hum of your breathing fills the room like background radiation, the soft echo of creation itself. In its rhythm lies everything the cosmos has ever done, the slow swirl, the infinite patience, the calm beyond chaos. If you could ride that rhythm outward, you would drift past the Milky Way, through the local group, across the Laniakea supercluster, through filaments glowing faintly like veins of light, and through voids deep enough to cradle time itself. Each step farther takes you closer to simplicity. Each distance blurs into calm. At the furthest edge, where the cosmic microwave background still hums with warmth from the beginning, you'd find not cold emptiness, but perfect equilibrium. There, matter and energy rest in balance, expansion, and gravity meeting in a quiet truce. It's the same peace that your body seeks now. Not movement, not thought, but alignment. The universe does not sleep, but it rests in rhythm. Stars burn, galaxies turn, space expands, and yet everything continues, as if breathing inhale, exhale, collapse creation. Every night, when you close your eyes, you rejoin that rhythm. Sleep is your own small version of cosmic balance, the place where thought dissolves into silence, and silence folds itself into light. The structure of the universe is never still, yet it always feels still. It expands, yet remains whole. You too are expanding, every cell, every heartbeat, subtly echoing the same vast motion. You are both stillness and movement, both the observer and the observed. Now, imagine the cosmic web, not as something distant, but as something you carry within. Its filaments are your veins, its voids your breath. The galaxies sparkle through your thoughts, and the dark matter hums in the spaces between them. The same pattern repeats endlessly, from stars to neurons, from nebulae to dreams. You are the structure of the universe listening to itself. As you rest Picture yourself drifting along a filament of light, a gentle thread that connects galaxies, stars, atoms, and memories. It glows softly beneath you, golden and endless. You float without weight, without time. The web stretches ahead, infinite yet familiar, like the path of breath between your heartbeats. Somewhere in the vast silence, a cluster glows, a bloom of stars forming the birth of new light. Around it, the void stretches wide and kind, giving space for that light to grow. Every structure needs its stillness. Every galaxy needs its darkness. Every dream needs its pause. You are part of that exchange, light and silence, sharing the same space existence, and rest held in perfect equilibrium. The structure of everything, it turns out, is not built on chaos or control, but on trust. Trust in gravity, trust in rhythm, trust in the quiet between. You don't have to hold the universe together. It already knows how. All you need to do is rest inside its pattern. Let it carry you as it carries galaxies and stars. Let it breathe for you as it breathes through the ages. The universe builds its cathedrals of light, not in noise, but in patience. And tonight, you are one of its quiet arches, a moment of still structure beneath infinite sky. Soon your thoughts will drift beyond words. You will move from sound into silence, from light into rest. That's where the real symmetry lives, not in knowing, but in surrender. Even now, as you listen, galaxies continue to form. Filaments stretch a little farther. The dark matter hums unseen but steady. It's all happening slow, certain, serene. And you, here are part of it. Your heartbeat echoes the pulse of the universe. Your breath expands and contracts like cosmic tides. Your dreams flicker like stars, brief, beautiful, and part of something greater than time. The structure of the universe is not separate from you. It is you, extended across scales too vast to imagine. Every moment, every thought, every breath, a ripple in the great architecture of being. So as you let go, let that thought hold you. You are not falling asleep. You are returning home to the geometry that made you, to the rhythm that waits beyond thought, to the stillness that holds all things together. Let the darkness rise around you like a tide. Let it carry your weight, soften your breath, and smooth your thoughts. You are safe in this structure. You are part of its balance, its elegance, its quiet grace. The universe is wide, but it is not lonely. Every filament hums with connection. Every void whispers with purpose. Every particle remembers where it came from. And you too are remembered, woven into the web of everything that ever was. Now drift through filaments of thought, through clusters of calm, through galaxies made of dreams. You are floating through the structure of all that is and all that will ever be. The stars dim, the breath slows, and in the stillness, the universe smiles. Its architecture holds you patient, luminous, infinite. Sleep now, little piece of cosmos. The web of light will wait for you. The galaxies will keep turning, and in their motion, in their balance, you will always belong.